Guys, Sacha Boey to Arsenal transfer hijack is on. It has been activated by a certain team, and Arsenal are really fighting hard, I think, to see to it that they obviously get in Sacha Boey. But the price is really still a very huge hinge for Arsenal and Bayern Munich, because Galatasaray wants a lot of money, and these two clubs are not willing to really meet the asking price for the side of Galatasaray. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name. It's a Friday. The Muslims, Juma Karim. Please and please and please, if at all you feel like your heart or the inside you is telling you that please go to the mosque, endeavor to go there. You know, sometimes gathering is healing and Allah will respond to your prayers. So the Christians, we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ, and we thank God for the gift of life and Allah, because they are the ones that really created us, and we obviously give them the higher respect, you know, respect to the Most High, right? So after all that, we would like to obviously come in through and obviously call upon for you guys to continue subscribing to this channel, and let's see close to 200 likes smash on this video. I know these remaining 6 days, I think they are like 7 now, to end the transfer window, you are going to get very many stories. As I told you last time that Arsenal is interested into a versatile centre back. Obviously, Sacha Boey fits into the profile of what a statement was made by Sammy McBall. And I went ahead obviously to see David Austin. I don't know whether I'll get time to obviously bring you what David Austin went ahead to do and say about Arsenal. You know, he also insists that if Arsenal is to go in the market to obviously put in money to cash in and really get in a player, they would obviously go in for a versatile defender. And we look at Sacha Boey, can play as a right back, very good right back. He can also play in the central defense. And if you believe that, you would want to get a person who does the Saliba role. I think Sacha Boey ticks all the boxes for all what Arsenal needs. He is a player who is 1.75 meters tall, and he's really one of those players that come in there and obviously get you going. But as I've always told you, that Arsenal is really having a problem when it comes to their right back side. They lack that right back who can obviously go and really gate their offensive approach better than that of Benjamin White. And Sacha Boey ticks all the boxes. He's 23 years of age, French international, and Arsenal are really eyeing to obviously get him in. And let's start it off with a story coming in through from Turkey this morning. It says that is Aspo. You can as well check them on X. They have 1.2 million followers, meaning that they are really a credible source. And I remember when Weghorst's transfer to Man United was really germinating, Aspo was really so close to see to it that they get us the news that is really very important. Then they've told us that PSG, Arsenal and Bayern Munich have offers for Sacha Boey. Galatasaray want 30 million euros for the French right back. That's why they went ahead to tell to us, and that is Aspo coming in from Turkey. It's one of the biggest media outlets in Turkey. Then after that, we have a story coming in from Kaya Temel. You know, he's a journalist coming in through from Turkey. He confirmed to us that not only Bayern Munich, but also Arsenal are interested in Sacha Boey. The net figure expected by the management is 30 million euros. The number is confirmed. So, Sacha Boey has been a person or a player that very many teams are really looking in for. For Arsenal, they want to get him in because they believe that they need to reinforce their defense. I've told you that there are 2 numbers that match with partnerships. I think it's only now 1. I think there are 2 depending on which system you're playing. If you're playing a 4-2-3-1, a double pivot thrives onto partnerships, and a central defense thrives with partnerships. Now, the partnership of Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes is going to hit to produce lots of positive results in the era of Mikel Arteta at Arsenal. Let's all agree on it. But that's the position now where you need lots of players. And you've seen it that for teams like Man City, they're having close to 5 or 6 central defenders. And for Arsenal, with Timber injured and coming towards the beginning of March, you really have a shortage, you know, into that central defense. And that shortage does not really give you the best of confidence going into the last half of the season with 17 games left to play and planning to really launch what we call a transfer a title race. So they need to increase their numbers in the central defense because they're having Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, Jakub Kiwior, and Julian Timber, right? So when you add on Tomiyasu, those are 5. Benjamin White can also play centrally. But these players also, out of the 5 I've gone ahead to name, or 6, 3 of those are considered, or we are bought mainly to play as right backs and left backs. Tomiyasu, Julian Timber, meaning that they need to obviously widen their scope of central defenders and fullbacks, meaning that this is where you need Sacha Boey to come in through. And I told you that Frimpong is good, but I would go in for Sacha Boey because Sacha Boey has a lot to offer into that side of Arsenal. So they need to increase their numbers in that central defense, and they need to increase players who are going to play into the right back positions. And Arsenal really having a very good chance to obviously at least raise some money when they can obviously talk to Galatasaray and tell them, please, we have Cedric Soares, whom we can use as a make weight and really give you the amount of money that you want. Remember, teams were willing to offer like 18 million euros, but the team of Galatasaray is calling in for 30 million euros. And I was really so much worried that how can Galatasaray surrender Sacha Boey to these teams for only 18 million euros? I said it is not impossible, but it has come to our notice that they've gone ahead to call in for 30 million euros, and the deputy director of Galatasaray has come out and really spoken out. And now let's go to the hijack. As Arsenal is trying to obviously come in through and really do the needful, they've gone ahead to obviously gate what we call a competitor, and that is Bayern Munich. Remember, even PSG is interested in signing Sacha Boey, but remember, PSG are on the verge of losing Michele to Bayern Munich, meaning that if at all Michele goes to Bayern Munich, then Sacha Boey will have a very huge chance to obviously join the side of PSG. It's PSV. But Bayern Munich, having gone ahead to make several bids for Kylian Trippier, and they are rejected by the side of Newcastle because 2 bids were put in and they are rejected. You get? So all what they had to do was to revert to Michele and Sacha Boey, and those are the 2 possible players where Bayern Munich are choosing to get one to be their right back in there at the Bayern Munich or Allianz Arena Stadium. Now, this is where tears start from. Arsenal fans, Fabrizio Romano coming in through and telling us that Bayern are actively working on Sacha Boey as Maheti Batuhan has revealed. Understand Boey's agent Stella Group are in Istanbul to take care of talks with Galatasaray. There is direct negotiation taking place today. That is what Fabrizio Romano is going to hate to say. So this is the process of the hijack. Then he says, understand Bayern initial verbal proposal for Sacha Boey has been presented today in Istanbul. 15 million euros plus add-ons. Galatasaray want more to sell Sacha. Talks will continue in Istanbul with his agents Stella Group there. It's constant exchange rather than formal bids. So that is it. The first bid of Bayern Munich was rejected, and we don't know whether Arsenal have gone ahead to put in a bid yet. Then he also said that Sacha Boey has already said yes to Bayern Munich and agreed on personal terms. He's open to the move. Boey would like to take this opportunity and join Bayern Munich in the final days of the window. The deal depends on Galatasaray and Bayern Munich as talks are on, but still no agreement yet. So Sacha Boey has gone ahead to say yes to Bayern Munich and would love to be playing for them. So a decision has been made, meaning that Arsenal need to do a lot to really get this deal over the line. If they don't do a lot, then they might lose out onto this player. And remember, it's not the very first time Arsenal have been chasing in for this player. Arsenal have been chasing in for Sacha Boey for some seasons. You know, even in the summer, he was linked to Arsenal, and they decided to get in Julian Timber because the list had João Cancelo, they had Julian Timber, and they had Sacha Boey. But they went ahead, obviously, not to go in for Sacha Boey, and they went in for Julian Timber, who went ahead, obviously, and get an injury till now. Now, the deputy chairman of Galatasaray has also gone ahead and obviously spoken huge about Sacha Boey, and he goes by the names of Eden Temir. He has said, "We will not sell Boey for the figures being mentioned in the media," he told to Nevita Dinda. He confirmed that Galatasaray want more than 15 million euros plus add-ons initial bid to let Boey leave and join FC Bayern Munich. Talks remain ongoing. So, the fact is, Galatasaray are willing to sell Sacha Boey. They are willing to sell. And whoever comes in through and meets the realistic evaluation for them, that is 30 million euros, is going to work out with this player because this player is really talented. At just 23 years of age, he hasn't reached his prime. But he just needs to really go to a certain team like Bayern Munich or Arsenal or PSG, and that's when people are going to appreciate his quality. But for me, I already see a lot ahead of him. His quality is really legit, and it's really one of those qualities that are rare to find. Talented guy, and he puts in a lot of work and effort for the side of Bayern Munich. Now, the other story about this, because Fabrizio Romano is going to hate to report hugely about this, he says, told, Arsenal fans here eat this well. Told, the only club negotiating for Sacha Boey is currently Bayern Munich. Sacha Boey wants to join Bayern Munich. Talks between Galatasaray and Bayern are still ongoing in Istanbul tonight. Galatasaray rejected 15 million euros plus add-ons initial bid as they insist on asking price of 30 to 35 million euros package. Meaning that what the side of Galatasaray want is 30 million euros of guaranteed fees all up front and 5 million euros of add-ons. That's what they want. And can Arsenal really go this far? I think Arsenal have the money to spend, but they want to spend it right. And it is in a very, very sane way that every club should be having such contemplations before making a signing of a player. You saw to it that even in Man United, the same thing is happening. The coming in of Omar Berrada, formerly working in at Manchester City, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, David Bresfold, and Joan Cloud, they've come out and really come up with a proposal that they want Ivan Toney to come to Man United and Erik ten Hag wants Brobbey. So these two parties have to sit in a boardroom and really present and convince one another. Whoever wins, the team will get the best. So this is what I want, that Arsenal are contemplating on who to sign, but it looks like they are going to make one signing, and it's going to be a very important player for the club of Arsenal. It has to be a versatile defender. He can play in the central defense, and he can play either on the left back or right back. Whether he can play on both sides, left back and the right back. That's what Arsenal is focusing at, because you cannot rely your season onto William Saliba, because a lot won't come into play for the side of Arsenal. That is it. Coming in through from Fabrizio Romano, confirming to us that it's only and only Galatasaray negotiating a deal for this guy, meaning that Arsenal looks like they're going to hate to admit that maybe this is not the right deal we're supposed to make, and we should obviously let it go to Bayern Munich. And then lastly, Fabrizio Romano has told us the following, that Bayern and Galatasaray in talks for Sacha Boey deal until late nights. Still no agreement reached. Talks continue in the morning as Bayern hope to fly Sacha to Munich today. Contract ready. Boey told Galatasaray that he wants the move. Only Bayern Munich, no other club so far. So that means the hijack for Sacha Boey is closed, and Arsenal might lose out onto Sacha Boey, and he goes to the side of Bayern Munich, and the transfer hijack is on, and it's like 90% loading. It's all about Bayern Munich making their finances ready and really meeting the realistic evaluation of this club. And I know with the frustration that they're really having at Bayern Munich, they are gonna get this deal going. Why? They have a team ahead of them in the Bundesliga, and they have, that team is Bayern Leverkusen, where that is coached by Alonso, and it has been always managed by, it has gone ahead to sign Donny van de Beek. They have Frimpong, a player that is also linked to Arsenal and very many other teams in the world. They also have Xhaka, the vice captain of Arsenal, and he's really doing wonders that side. So Sacha Boey is really the hottest asset right now, talk point, but it looks like Arsenal are really pulling out. And there is another guy known as Plettigol coming in from Germany. He had an update about Sacha Boey that I want to come in here and obviously do for you. Where is it? Plettigol had something to say about Sacha Boey, and I really went ahead to come up with it. I don't know where exactly it is, but I put it up. Where is it? Where is it? All right. It's here. I posted it, I think, some minutes back. And Sacha Boey is really that hot asset. And even Plettigol is agreeing with Fabrizio Romano about the deal of Sacha Boey, that it's really in its final stages and it might be nearing completion, but it's not yet done. And he says us that Sacha Boey to Bayern Munich, there is no agreement between the clubs so far. Negotiations will continue on Friday morning. Sacha Boey pushing for his move to Bayern Munich and waiting for the green light. So he's waiting for the green light from the club, but it looks like he has gone ahead to agree everything with the side of Bayern Munich. And I know what this means to Sacha Boey, and I know why he wants to make this move. If he wants to be part of the French team to play in the Euros, obviously he has to go to Bayern Munich. And when he goes to Bayern Munich, he's going to be played as the new right back for Thomas Tuchel and is going to be a regular. When you look at the French national team, one of the positions that they've not again had, obviously, cap with a constant starter, it's the right back. Because Jules Koundé is being played there sometimes, Pavard, you get? So, but I think Sacha Boey can bring in new energy and he can put in a very huge point to prove. And maybe Deschamps, the manager of France, will obviously go ahead and tell him, please, you can obviously get into the starting 11 of my side of France. Because other positions are already sealed. And he needs to obviously go to a team like Bayern Munich. And I think he will get going better and better and better. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. What are your thoughts about Sacha Boey to Arsenal transfer hijack activated? Tell me what you think about this. Do you think Arsenal is going to make a late bid to obviously downplay the efforts coming in through from Bayern Munich? All that and more into the comment section below. Rokani David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. The Muslims, Juma Karim. Ciao, ciao.